Hi everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm the Marketing and Graphic Design Executive from Sunway College Kuching. And we are glad to have with us today Ms. Karen Gould, Head of International Recruitment from Deakin University in Australia. So hi Karen, thanks for joining us today.
Hi Daniel. As a partner institution of Sunway College Kuching, it's my pleasure to be here today.
All right, so I understand that you have a short presentation to share with us on Deakin University. So I will let you go through your slides and we'll have a short Q&A session after your presentation.
Okay. All right. All right. Can you see that, Daniel? Does that come up?
Yes, I can see your screen bright and clear.
Excellent. All right. Well, I just want to talk briefly about Deakin University and introduce it to our audience today. So I thought I'd start off talking a bit about why Deakin and talk about some of the key, selling points about Deakin University. So first of all, we are in the top 1% of all universities worldwide, according to the Shanghai rankings. We're also ranked in the top 50 young universities in the world. And the ranking that I'm very happy with is that we have the highest level of overall student satisfaction among all universities in the Australian state of Victoria for 11 years in a row. And that's based on a government survey of all graduates of Victorian universities. So I think that's a fantastic thing that our students are the most satisfied. We also have 40 years of distance and online teaching excellence. We also are Australia's top-rated university in regards to tech support. And we also have the most popular career service in Australia as voted by graduate employers. So they really like working with Deakin when they're looking for new graduates. So where is Deakin located? We're located in the state of Victoria and we have campuses in Melbourne, Geelong and Warrnambool, and we also have a campus in the cloud. So obviously I can't show that on the map, it's all around us. So obviously we've got a campus in Melbourne, which is our Burwood campus. So Melbourne is the capital city of Victoria and is also ranked the third best student city in the world. One thing I love about living in Melbourne is that it is a very multicultural city. And you'll find that 1 in 3 people who live in Melbourne were actually born overseas. So you can imagine how engaging the city is, that there's a lot of different cultures, different restaurants, different festivals and activities. And obviously Melbourne is very famous for all its festivals and sporting games. So despite COVID, because Australia has it pretty much well under control, we've already had the Australian Tennis Open. We've got last month we had the International Food and Wine Festival. At the moment we've got the International Comedy Festival. So there's always things that are on in Melbourne to keep students really interested and really understand and participate in life in Australia. We have 2 campuses in Geelong. Geelong's only 1 hour away from Melbourne and is the second biggest city in Victoria. It's beautiful. It's right on the coast, as you can see there. And Geelong actually overlooks over that bay there, our waterfront campus. So fantastic location. One of the advantages of studying in a regional city like Geelong is that if you wish to study, wish to apply for post-study work rights, you can stay an additional year if you study and live in a regional city. So that's another advantage of Geelong, as well as being a cheaper place to live. And our last location is in Warrnambool. So Warrnambool's about 3 hours away. It's a smaller regional town. So if you want a really different experience, you might want to consider about Warrnambool. It's located on the famous Great Ocean Road where the whales go to take their babies to sort of grow and nurture. Beautiful landscape, great place if you want to do commerce, nursing and marine science in particular. Again, because it's a regional city, you can get an additional year of post-study work rights if you wish to remain in Australia after you graduate. So what can you study at Deakin? I've just listed a selection of discipline areas which you can study. For Malaysian students, the most popular courses at Deakin are architecture, commerce, business, nutrition, sport and exercise science, creative arts and engineering. But as you can see, there's a whole range of different programs as well that we offer. So obviously we're in a very different environment than we were 2 years ago. And so Australian borders are closed, but we are fortunate that we can offer online to on-campus program. So that enables all our students to start their studies online, and when the borders open, they can continue with their studies on campus. As part of the online to on-campus pathway, students can study 1, 2, 3 or 4 subjects online each trimester before continuing with their studies in Australia. Students who study online experience exactly the same quality education as our on-campus students. Deakin's Cloud Campus offers lectures, seminars and class discussions via live stream, and students can chat with teaching staff and other students in real time. So it's a really good way to keep your studies on track while the borders are closed, and when the borders open, you can continue with your studies on campus. Another bonus is that there is the COVID bursary available. So Deakin is providing a 25% tuition fee bursary to support our international students located out of Australia who start their studies during this year through our online to on-campus pathway. So there are some myths about studying online. The first one is that online learning is just watching a recorded lecture on the video. That's not true. Online study can take lots of different forms. It could include live stream seminars, interactive workshops, active discussions with your lecturers and classmates, online internships, and even online mobility programs with universities across the globe. The other myth is that students won't be motivated if they study online. And I've studied subjects online, and I know that you have to be highly motivated and really structure your time well to attend your classes online. But we have a lot of support services to keep our students on track. And one of the important things is staying motivated by connecting with your other classmates. And you can do that through our Facebook groups, through peer mentoring, our 24-hour tutoring service, or our online discussion boards where you can post questions and have just generally chat. So there's lots of ways that you can stay motivated. The third myth is that you'll have no interaction with teachers or classmates, and that's quite the opposite. Just like if you're on campus and you can knock on a lecturer's door and have a chat, you can still contact them. It's just through email, Skype, or through the phone, or through the subjects discussion board. So you still have that interaction with the teachers. Another myth is that you won't be able to make friends if you're studying online. Our Deakin University Student Association facilitates lots of virtual events and social gatherings to help you get to know each other. And there's also clubs and societies, peer mentor programs and seminars as ways for you to make friends. And the fifth myth is that the quality of education from an online degree is lower than what you do on campus. And that is totally false. Online degrees from accredited institutions such as Deakin go through a very detailed process to review curriculum and ensure it's delivered in the most effective and engaging way. So when you start online studies at Deakin, you're getting the same world-class education, the same recognised qualifications, and the same access to expert lecturers who are leaders in their field as you would if you're on campus. It's just delivered in a different way. Student support, there's so many different student support that from one-to-one mentoring, we've got health and student services, but there's a couple I just wanted to pick out that are useful if you're starting online. One is a writing mentor who can guide you as you plan, research and structure your assignments. We also have maths mentors who can help you understand maths concepts and processes, and faculties who can help you your social and academic transition into your faculty. Of course, all the services are free. They're all available to you. So it's just about making the most of these services to get the most out of your studies. So one of the pathways to Deakin I wanted to focus on was the Sunway to Deakin Pathway. So we have two in particular clear pathways from the Diploma in Accounting and the Diploma in Business Management that flow into our Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Business. So you can see there the Diploma in Accounting, you would get 8 credit points, which is 1 year of recognition into our Bachelor of Commerce degree. So it means you only have to do 2 years to get your Deakin degree. And the same with a diploma in business management, you get 1 year credit towards a 3-year degree. You'd need a CGPA of 2.4 for those programs. We also accept other Sunway students into any of our programs, and we would assess you for credit on an individual basis. But we really encourage the Sunway students to think about a Deakin pathway. And of course, we have students coming who've completed a whole range of different school qualifications, which are listed there on the sheet. And we have all the entry requirements listed on the website that we've got down below. So if you just Google Deakin International, that will take you to our entry page, and you can see what score is required. One of the most popular questions I've asked is to do with scholarships and bursaries. So the first one is the COVID bursary, which I spoke about before. It is an automatic scholarship, so you don't need to apply for the COVID bursary. So that's a really good one there. For the high achieving students, we have 100% or 50% tuition fee scholarships, and that covers your tuition fees for the duration of your course. You do need to apply for that scholarship and submit a personal statement as well, because we're looking for people who are leaders that have been involved in community activities as well as being high achieving students. We have the Deakin International Scholarship, which is a 25% tuition fee scholarship. We also have STEM scholarships, which are 20% in value, and they're available for students who are interested in any of the engineering, science, architecture courses. So for the Deakin Vice-Chancellor International Scholarship, you need an average of at least 85% or equivalent to be considered. For the Deakin International Scholarship, which is the 25% scholarship, you need an average of at least 65% to be considered. The same with the STEM scholarship. And then we have the Business and Law International Partner Institutions bursary, which is 10%. That applies to our partner institutions such as Sunway. And for those of you who are interested in studying at our Warrnambool campus, so if you're interested in doing Bachelor of Commerce, Environmental Science, nursing, you may wish to consider the Destination Australia Scholarship. So there's no application form for that. You'd be automatically considered, and that's $15,000 a year that you'd be given for that scholarship. So that's a really good one to consider if you want a regional experience. Also, you need to start thinking about your accommodation options when the borders do open, and there is a range of options for you to consider. One is on campus. So at each of our campuses, we have accommodation. It's apartment style living, so you'd be living in an apartment with your own separate bedroom, but you'd share a kitchen and a living area. And so you'd have to be able to cook, so now is the time to practice your cooking skills, but it's a great way of meeting other Deakin students. And the indicative weekly cost there in Australian dollars, it ranges from $259 to $326. The great thing about staying on campus is that cost covers all your utility bills, so your electricity, your internet, your gas, your water, all those sort of things, and all your bed and desk are provided, so you don't need to buy any furniture. You may prefer to live off campus, so you may want to live by yourself in an apartment, or you might want to go into a share house with others. Again, we have a listing of all different accommodation that's available in our House Me database. And some prefer a homestay where they actually live with an Australian family. So, and that the Australian family, they will prepare all the meals, and you would have a bedroom there and you'd be integrated into the family. So there's 3 different options that you may wish to consider, and we're able to provide support and assistance with those. So student services, I talked a little bit about the online tutoring and the mentors that provides academic services. In the social area, clubs and societies, I really recommend that you join clubs and societies, even if you're joining us online. It's the best way to make friends because you'll find people who've got similar interests to yourselves. And once you've got friends, you'll find your university experience will really be enhanced. And also health and safety. So we've got medical centres on campus. We also have fitness gyms, sporting groups. So it's all about looking after yourself. It's not all about study. It's about having fun and looking after your mental health well-being and your physical well-being. And we're all about preparing you for employment. So right from day one when you join Deakin, you'll be invited to attend workshops on how to prepare your job applications, how to improve your interview skills, how to approach employers for internships. So there's a lot of activities that are offered through our Deakin talent team. We also have a freelancing hub where if you want to join with other areas to do some freelance work, you might want to do some entrepreneurship activities. We have interns at Deakin where you could get an intern opportunity working in Deakin. So in the office that I work in at the moment, we have 2 interns. One is a communication student and she's working on some videos and social media activities. And we have another one that is doing data analytics. So he's working with our market insights team with some analytic dashboards. So there's internships at Deakin, but we'll also support you in finding internships outside of Deakin as well. As you probably know, Deakin qualifications are very practical, so we do expect that all our students do some sort of activities like an internship or a mobility program. For those of you who don't meet our English language requirements, we do offer English language programs through Julie. I don't think that'll be a problem for most of you that I'm talking to today, but we do have that program available. And we also have Deakin College. So if you just miss out on the entry requirements needed to enter Deakin, you could do a foundation or a diploma program at Deakin College, which is on campus at the university, and then you can progress into the first or second year of your Deakin degree. So that's my overview. We at Deakin have a staff member who is in KL called Charlene. She's very happy to talk to anyone about their specific questions and their career aspirations, and you can contact Charlene on the WhatsApp or by sending her an email. So that's my presentation. Thanks, Daniel.
All right, that was very nice. Thanks, Karen, for the informative session on Deakin University. Wow, I didn't know as such a young university, Deakin has so many achievements and accolades and is committed to providing excellent support and services to your students. So that's very nice to know. So one thing that I really like was also how you guys support your online campus studies as much as you do your on-campus studies, which was very nice.
We are very fortunate because we have a long history in distance education and online study, that when the pandemic started, we were already set to go. We already offer award-winning online delivery programs. So it means our Deakin students are very fortunate because we have that extensive experience over 40 years. We've been able to develop excellent support services to assist students studying online. For example, students can access our dedicated IT support staff outside regular hours. We also have online library that they can access 24/7. We have a 24-hour tutoring service, and we have online discussion boards where students can share ideas and ask for advice.
Right, okay. One more thing that piqued my interest was the COVID bursary. So could you tell me a little bit more about the COVID bursary?
Sure. So the bursary covers 25% of the tuition fees while students are studying online as part of the online to on-campus pathway. So the bursary is automatically awarded to eligible applicants, so students do not need to submit an application. The bursary will cease once students are able to return to Australia. So, for example, if a student has been awarded a Deakin International Scholarship or a Deakin Sunway Partnership bursary, this will be applied when they begin on campus. And of course, as I said earlier, there are also many other different scholarships available to students from Malaysia.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one more question. So I'm sure you get this question a lot, but do you have any idea when the border for Australia might be opened up so our students could go over and study on campus with you?
I would be a millionaire if I was paid $1 each time I was asked this question, Daniel. Unfortunately, we do not have a definitive answer yet. The Australian government is hopeful that Australia will be able to welcome back large numbers of international students early next year, but anything can happen in the meantime. As we've said, it's a very fluid situation. So in the meantime, we recommend that students don't place their studies on hold, but consider Deakin's online to on-campus pathway. This way, students can start studying now, maybe, as I said before, just 1 or 2 subjects if they're unsure about studying online. And some of the advantages are that they can save money while they study at home, as they'll receive the 25% COVID bursary, and they can save on living costs while living at home. And they can develop the soft skills that employers are looking for, such as flexibility, adaptability, expertise in using different technologies and platforms. Plus, students can still be eligible for post-study work rights if they want to remain in Australia after they graduate.
Okay, so I'm very sorry, Karen, but we seem to be out of time. So I would like to thank you one more time for taking the time to be with us today and share about information about Deakin University. So thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having me, Daniel, and we really look forward to welcoming East Malaysians, especially students from Kuching, to Deakin in the future. Thank you.
That would be great. Thank you.